Good morning, one to all. Myself, Virupaksam Chogla, Assistant Professor, Department of PNC, KLS VDRIT, Haryana. Today I am giving the lecture series on Technological Innovation Management and Entrepreneurship. Subject code is 15 ES 51, 18 ES 51. The model number 1 in this lecture number L7. See here, the content covered in the lectures are meaning of the organization, types of the organization, process of the organization, departmentalization, and advantages. In the previous class, what I discussed is decision making, types of decisions, decision making process, decision making difficulty. These were discussed in detail. You are discussed in the last class. Okay. See here, the learning outcomes of the today's lecture is to meaning of the organization, types of the organization, and process of the organization. Okay, after this organization and departmentalization, then advantages, you have to study the better understanding of the this. This is the learning outcomes of the today's class. Okay. See here, first is the organization you have to study. The meaning of the organization or structure. The organization provides the structure. Organization means what? The structure provides a structure, a frame on which the management of enterprise is based. Understood? Organizing. The organization is a social unit of human grouping. Human grouping deliberating structured for a purpose of attaining a specific goal. Means what happening? Organizing is a social unit of human grouping. Understood? Human grouping deliberating structurally for purpose of attaining the specific goal you have to attain. An organization has an rational coordination of the activities of number of people for a achievement of some common goal. Means the goal is fixed. To achieve that, you require an organization or organize. Understood what happened? How this you have to study, how this is a process, and we'll see. See here, characteristic of organization. Organizing means a grouping of activities necessary to attain the objective. Organizing is the grouping of activities necessary activities or activities necessary to attain the objective. An organization should design to clarify who is to do. What I'm telling you, what and who is to responsible for what result. What I'm telling understood. Here, the organization should be designed to clarify who is to do what and who has responsible for what result. What I'm telling understood. Here, the concept you understood that organizing. This is okay. The process of identifying and grouping of the work to be performed, defining, delegating responsibility, authority, establishing a relationship, the purpose of enabling the people to most the work most efficiently together and accomplish the objective. Organize, planning, organizing. These are functions. You have studied this. Means here organization. This is the process of identifying and grouping of the work to perform. First you make the group and identify the, then you perform. Then deliberating, responsibility you have to take, authority also there, establishing the relation of the purpose, enabling people to make work most efficiently together and accomplish the objective. This is a basic characteristic of the organization. Okay. Then what are types of the organizations? There are two types of organization is there. One is the formal organization and informal organization. Just I can give the brief definition. We'll discuss later. Types of organization we'll discuss later. Here, only one, just I can give the brief idea what is formal organization. It must be flexible and there should be room in dissertation for taking advantage of creative talents. Formal and informal organization, it is any joint personal activity without concession of joint purpose, even through possibly contributing the joint result. Okay, these are the two types of organization. In detail, we discuss in the later. Just to go to before that, we discuss process of the organization. Process of the organization. Organizing means designing the organization structure. The manager differentiates and integrates the activity of the organization. Differentiations or differentiates is meant the process of departmentalization or segmentation of the activities on the basis of some homogeneity. Is meant by differentiation. Departmentalization is meant the process of departmentization or segmentization. Clarifier, segmentization, segmenting of activities on the basis of some homogeneity. Equally, integration is a process of achieving the unity of the effort among the various departments. Integration. These are the some techniques, process of the organization, how differentiation and integration, different, how they are differentiating and combining. Integration. Okay. The procedures also they will follow. Directly they will not integrate, differentiate, different, but they will follow the procedure. How the procedure they will follow? Consideration of the objective. Objective determine the various activities which need to be performed and the type of organization which need to build the purpose. Here what happening? First is a consideration of objective. First you have consider the objective. When this objective depend upon that objective, you have to differentiate or integrate it. Objective determine the various activities. If any objective is selected, then objectives are different. If objective is different, process also different. The objective determines the various activities which need to perform and the type of organization which need to build the purpose. Deciding the organizational boundaries. Grouping the activities into department. To identify the activities necessary to achieve them and to group and closely related and similar activities into department and sections. Deciding the which department will the key department and departmental activities essentially to the fulfill the goal. These are the process of the organization. Then principles of organization. Some principle they are maintaining principles of the organization. First is objective. Same. The objective of enterprise influence the organization structure and hence the objective of the enterprise should be in the clearly defined. First objective is clear. If the objective is clear, then what type of organization? What type of organization? Then next, if objective is clearly defined, then specialization. To the activities of the enterprise should be divided according to function and assigning the person according to their specialization. Suppose I can give an example. In the company, first is the project. The objective is clear. Based upon the recruitment of the people, what the project is there, based upon that work, experience is that type of people they are taking. When they are taking the people and dividing, departmentalization means how the project is there. Suppose the embedded system project is there, embedded people join there, grouping there. VLSI project is there, VLSI they are joining. Getting the point? Means their specialization, depending upon the specialization, they are grouping. Span of control means what? As there is the limit of number of persons, they can be supervised effectively by one boss. Controlling that, the span of control should be as far as possible the minimum. 10 bosses are there controlling easily? No, only one boss they can control. Is a limit of number of person grouping, then controlling easily can control. The management by the exception principle means only the complex problems should be referred to higher level and other problems should be in the lower level they will solve. Management, they will not pass. Any problem occurs in the company, they will solve here. In the any critical problems, they will refer to the management principle. The KLR principles next. The line of authority from the chief executive at the top to the first line supervisor to the bottom line clearly defined. This is a clearly who has to function. Principle means who is the chairman, who is the president, supervisor, manager, workers. They are clearly defined. Unity of command means what? Each subordinate should have only one superior who commands. He is to be obeyed. What I am telling understood. If HOD sir told, like an example, all the 24 staff members will obey that. What I mean? Commanding. And delegation next. Proper authority should be delegated at the lower level of the organization also. The authority delegates should be equal to responsible. All are equally responsible. Then we'll get work. Then efficiency. The organization structure should be enabled to an enterprise to the function effectively and accomplish the objectives with a lower possible cost. Simplicity. Next is simplicity. The organization structure should be simple as possible as level should be as far as possible minimum. Simple and minimum. Then flexibility. The organization should be acceptable changes and custom circumstances. Flexible. Balance. The reasonable balance in the size of various department. Unity of direction. The one objective, one plan for a group of activities having same objective. This is unity. Personal ability. There need not be a proper selection, placement and training of the staff. And then acceptability. Last is acceptability. The structure of the organization should be acceptable to the people who constitute it. Departmentalization. The horizontal departmentalization task of activities into the discrete segments is called departmentalization. The horizontal departmentalization of a task of activities into a discrete segment divided is called departmentalization. Okay. There are several base departmentalization, each which suitable for a particular corporate size and strategies and purpose. Based upon that, they will make it separate. Each major function of the enterprise is grouped into a department. Various functions are marketing, engineering, production, finance, personnel, purchase. These are the departmentalization in the organization. Okay, various functions are doing marketing. This is important. Engineering, technical designing. Production, they will develop there. Finance, this also important. Salary and all this they will see. Personal department, their managers will see whatever the personal department is there. And last is purchase department. These are the purchase departments they will see. These are the some departmentalization department in the organization. See here, each department their objective is fixed. According to that objective, they have to work. They are making the group and all. They will do all this. Understood? The simple form of grouping activities for a small organization which manufactures only a limited number of products or only a limited number of services. This is the main advantage. What I am telling understood? A simple form of grouping activities for a small organization which manufacture only a limited number of products or only a limited number of services. One advantage. And it promotes the excellence in performance. Small product is there, you have to develop, care you are taking and developing that. Means you are taking the excellence in that performance also you are showing. It leads to improve the planning and control of key functions. This is the main advantage. It ensures economy. There is only one department related to one function for entire function. What I am telling, these are the main advantage. Otherwise, what happening? Different department, different function, each function is having different process. There is no coordination, then something work will happen. Getting the point? If coordination is there, department wide, then work will process. You have seen in the Marco Polo in the Harvard, big industry. Each work, different department, different sections, they are doing their plan. If this is a vehicle, they are designing. Tata Marco Polo, you have seen in the Harvard. This is, otherwise you can visit. You can see in the sugar factory. Okay. This also same. Different departments are there. Coordination. How we'll see. Once we'll visit there, we'll get the idea. Okay. These are the advantages of this. And some drawbacks also there in the organizing. De-emphasize the overall company objective, leads to over specialization of the people, reduce the coordination between the functions. These are the some drawbacks. Slow adoption of the change in the environment, limits the development of general managers. De-emphasize the overall company objective. Getting the point. Leads to over specialization of the people, reduce the coordination between the function, slow adoption of the change in the environment, limits the development of the general managers. These are the some drawbacks of the organizing. And products means what? Just you tell. This is a more suitable for a large organization that manufacture a vast variety of products. Under this separate group or department are created, each department is controlled by a manager who will be responsible for all the activities of the subgroups. Each subgroup will have its own facilities required to manufacture, purchase, marketing according to our accounting. Then customers. An enterprise may divide into number of departments on the basis of customers, that is service. The advantage is ensure the full attention to the major customers group, which have very different set of criteria governing their decisions of purchase. Some there are lot of customers are there, 1,000, 2,000, but maximum customers they are regular customers, major customers. One day they are giving 10,000 order. These are the major customers. Or monthly they are giving 110. These are the minimum customers. Means their criteria wise divide into number of department based on the customer, that the service, how their service is required. The disadvantage of this is or may result in underutilization of resource and facility. This is the main. Maybe duplication of facilities. This also means if more requirement is there, then they will change according to the requirement, customers requirement. You can change the facilities also, functioning also. In this lecture, the BOOMS technology you are using is L1, L2 up to this level. The learning outcomes of this chapter, this lecture is describe the functions of the manager, entrepreneurs, and social responsibilities. Then PO1 to the program outcomes is PO1, 2, and 6 and 11. They are map grouped to the CO2. Okay, this is in this lecture what I discussed is organizing, process of the organization, departmentalization, advantages, drawbacks, products means what, customers, the brief idea given upon this lecturers. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.